Hello and welcome. This is Deb and Bec with this week's vlog. So if you have come across this vlog through our newsletter or in that way, then you can subscribe to our YouTube channel. So you can hit the button to subscribe and then hit the bell so that you don't miss any of the great videos that we do. And if you have come across this on YouTube and you want to subscribe to our newsletter, there will be a link below this video so that you can do that, because we would love you not to miss any of the things that we are up to. So this is our vlog for this week, and we started with the title, I Could Have Killed Him. An interesting one. And we've each written a blog under this title, and Bec this week is going to read mine.
Okay, so this is Deb's blog, I Could Have Killed Him. Every week, as you probably know, Bec and I choose a title and write a blog post using that title as our starting point. This week, we laughingly decided to use the title, I Could Have Killed Him. I can't remember the exact conversations we were having when we came up with it, other than we were laughing a lot and that we talked about it being a common throwaway comment people make, hopefully without really meaning it. At the time, it felt like an easy title to write from. So I'm sat this morning looking at my iPad keyboard, trying to come up with something clever, witty, deep, life-changing, etc. from this title. Nothing. Oh dear. That voice inside my head goes into overdrive, telling me exactly what it thinks of me and my lack of creativity. It's not very nice about it either. I'm very glad that I know I don't have to listen to all this crazy thinking, and that there is something within me that I can tap into that is way more helpful. The creative essence of who I am. I know I can have fun and write from there, not from my limited, fearful thinking. So I decide to just make a start and allow what comes to come. This is it so far. As I think about the sentence, I could have killed him, I know I've used it myself, probably more often than I want to admit, and I've probably used her as well as him. But thankfully I've never actually killed anyone. So I suspect I've used it to demonstrate the depth of how I was feeling. Sometimes because I'm hurt and upset with someone for something they have appeared to have done to me. Sometimes because someone has done something overwhelmingly kind and touched me, and I felt embarrassed and a little too much in the limelight. The common thread is that it seems that I'm having an experience that is too big for me to handle, and that someone else is to blame. My sister called me this week to talk about our elderly parents. She pulled me up and said I need to do more to help them. I felt very uncomfortable and I didn't want to hear what she was saying. To be honest, I much prefer it when people say how wonderful I am. I don't like being pulled up on my shortcomings. This is one of those times that the throwaway comment might have been, I could have killed her. I've been mulling over what she said. I have my sister down as a worrywart, someone who makes a fuss over nothing. But I have to admit she touched something in me that felt like one of those moments. It felt like I was experiencing something I didn't want to experience, and it was her fault. I wanted to defend myself and make her wrong, but this time I decided to get curious and feel it, not blame her. She is right, I could make more effort with my parents. I could be kinder. I'm going to take responsibility whilst knowing I'm not responsible. You want to know something? That actually feels so much better. Knowing I don't need to listen to my crazy thinking. Knowing I'm strong enough to let any feelings I have be there. Knowing I can take responsibility. Knowing I'm not responsible. Knowing I never have to kill anyone. Life is good and I'm grateful for all of it.
Thanks, Bec. So, this is Bec's blog, I Could Have Killed Him. And we're going to find out how we were talking about the title now.
We are.
I didn't remember. I Could Have Killed Him. The title of this week's blog comes from Andrew. We asked him what he hears most about relationships from people around him. And, much to our amusement, I said, we were laughing a lot. He said that he often hears the phrase, I could have killed him. And we thought it might be an interesting blog title. I'm sure, in some way or another, we have all had thoughts like this, the kind most of us don't take too seriously. Of course, some people have taken those thoughts seriously, which is why there are people in prison. We often know not to take our thoughts seriously, and yet sometimes we still do. Why? It looks to me as though there are a couple of factors that determine whether we act on our thoughts or not. Number one, how true we believe them to be, and number two, how deeply we know that we are whole and complete. For me, the two keys for a healthy relationship are knowing that we don't have to believe any thought that doesn't serve us, and deeply knowing the truth of who I am. Let's look at those two for a minute. We all have lots and lots of thinking moment to moment. Like in the example above, many of those thoughts just come and pass. It really wouldn't serve me to actually kill my partner, so I don't take that thought seriously. But there are also plenty of other thoughts that don't serve me, that limit me, and that are perhaps a little less obvious. I can't drive in the rain. I shouldn't go out of the house today. I'm bored. And the beauty is that I don't have to take these thoughts seriously either. I've seen how often underlying these kinds of thoughts is a belief that I am not okay, that I am not whole and complete and will only be okay when such and such happens. As I have looked to see that I am whole and complete already, that okayness is built in, I have found that to be true time and time again. To know that we are whole and complete invites us to leave behind any thought that tells us, I will be okay when ... And it is some variation of this thought that causes conflict in a relationship with ourselves or with other people. Our true nature is love, peace, and okayness. The more time we spend exploring this, the less we act on thinking that doesn't serve us. Whether that thinking is, I could have killed him, or I have to tell him all the ways in which he is wrong, or insert your own version here. Understanding and truly seeing for ourselves our true nature and the role of thought in our experience can literally be life-saving.
Thanks, Deb. So, we hope you've enjoyed our vlog for this week. And as Deb said at the beginning, if you found this through our newsletter and want to subscribe to our YouTube channel, you can hit the button below and hit the bell to make sure you get notified as we do other videos that you may want to see. If you come across this vlog on YouTube, we'd love you to subscribe to our newsletter so you don't miss out on all the other fun stuff we get up to. And there'll be information below on how you can do that. So, thank you for joining us and have a great week.
Yeah, thanks. See you soon.
Bye.
Bye.